Just looking at some long multiplication and written method for multiplying 2 and 3 digit numbers. On the right hand side we've got a calculation we're aiming for. Just before we do that, I'm going to do a slightly different one. I'm going to do this. Now, I'm going to show you two different methods, two different approaches for it. The best way to do is to pick one and stick with it, keep on practicing it. I'm going to start off with a grid method. So I'm going to take the component parts of our multiplication, which involves 200, 10 and 9 being multiplied by 40 and 3. So split the numbers up into all the different calculations. 40 times 200, well 2 times 4 is 8, then we've got 3 zeros. 1 times 4 is 4 and the 2 zeros. 9 times 4 is 36 with the 1 0. 2 times 3 is 6 with the 2 zeros back on. 10 times 3 and then 3 times 9. Now what we have to do with all those bits is add them together. This also prepares you quite nicely for when you start multiplying brackets in algebra. It's a similar method. You can use the same approach. Okay, so we just need to add all those up. In the units column, we just got a 7. In the tens column, we've got 11, so we need to carry 1 over. In the hundreds column, we've got 13, plus the extra 1 is 14. And in the thousands column, we've got 8, plus the extra 1 is 9. So that there is 9417. Some of you may be more familiar with doing it as a sort of long multiplication, in which case just remember that the first thing you do is multiply the top number by 3. So do 3 times 9, 3 times 1 is 3 plus the extra 2 is 5, 3 times 2 is 6. So what we've done there is 3 times 219, and you should notice that 630 and 27 add up to 657. So you can see the same part we've done there. We're now going to multiply by 40, in which case we know it's going to have a 0 on the end. And then we do 4 times 9, which is 36. We do 4 times 1, or 40 times 10 is essentially what we're doing, which is this part here. So 4 times 1 is 4, plus the extra 3 is 7. And then 4 times 2 is 8. You're going to add those together, and you'll see that 8,760, 8,760. Got 7 and 11, that makes 14 altogether, and then 9. 9417. Pick one of those methods and stick with it, and why not try it for the one on the right hand side. So pause the video, give it a go, and then we'll see if you got it right. So if I start by doing the grid, we've got 374 multiplied by 70 and 2. Just a little note for my year 8 if you're watching this, and you should be. Don't forget to recheck that you put the right numbers into your grid. Okay, 3 times 7 is 21. And we're just going to try it with the long multiplication, just check we've got the same. And there we go. You need to keep on practicing that regularly to make sure you get it sorted.